What's going on, everybody? Anon here, and an interesting series of events here with Walmart in the last day or two. And I'm going to lay this out, and you guys can use your own judgment, but it's super fascinating. So myself, I got three of these. A lot of the folks in the Discord got these. So we all of a sudden, unexpectedly got a series of notifications from Walmart and says we're giving you a refund. So it's claiming, quote unquote, due to a system error, you may have been overcharged for Scarlet and Violet Prismatic Evolutions Elite Trainer Box order. You'll automatically receive a refund of $302.16, blah, blah, blah. So, if those of you who recall, the items that were shipped, I believe they were sold and shipped by Walmart, not GT Collectibles, were $59.99. But there's a point in time where they increased the price to $80. And that's what this is from. And, I bought a couple of cases. I still thought it was a good deal at that point in time. So I bought them not thinking anything. Kind of had in the back of my head that these big box stores have to sell MSRP. It looks like Walmart got special approval to increase by $5. It looks like all the folks have gotten special approval to increase items by $5 or $10. Nothing crazy. But then all of a sudden we see this. So this was for the two booster box cases that I bought, or ETB cases of Prismatic at 80. And I also got one for the poster collections that were incorrectly listed at 38.82. I did a video on that, hey, you should probably buy it. At some point it'll be made right. I didn't think it would take this long, and some people have managed to go in with their price matching. But all of these have now been corrected. So it's super interesting because we're 2 months post-release. So the question really comes down to, why now? Like, it doesn't make any sense at all. So then I went to Walmart today, and there were a couple of different items that were interesting. So GT Collectibles. This is a video that we put out yesterday, the day before. And this wasn't specifically about GT, just about how distribution works in general. And, I noted that GT Collectibles is owned by MGA Holdings, who's buying directly from Pokémon Company. So, call it $80 to $85 a box. Not going to get into too much detail. And they're selling directly through a subsidiary, GT Holdings, who had about 2,900 of these boxes listed for $203.99. So effectively, no longer being a distributor, buying at distribution prices and selling at retail prices. So, kind of ripping everybody's face off to maximize their profit. And again, I'm not criticizing the business model. Quite honestly, I'd probably do the same if I was in their shoes, unless I had some contractual reason where I wasn't allowed to do it and I was just stretching a little bit. So all of a sudden this afternoon, GT Holdings is nowhere to be found. So they had these listed. They had 15,151 booster bundles. They had listed, I believe, at $62.99. And they were selling, but they weren't selling through super fast because, quite honestly, it's a little bit of a market price. So, just kind of follow me here a little bit. So then we go to GT Collectibles. And this is, you go to shop all, it's all sports cards. Now here you have Surging Sparks bundles right here, but these are effectively sold out. Sports, stuff that we don't care about for this video. In fact, it looks like everything, there's a couple in stock here, but all sports cards. And here you have the Journey Together out of stock. So all of a sudden, they've pulled everything's out of stock. So you have two pieces of data. You have Walmart all of a sudden refunding people for charging a price above an agreed upon tiny markup over MSRP. And then GT Collectibles magically taking everything down. And I had this item right here. So here you can see this was the listing out of stock. Nothing there. So, you may wonder if, it's Walmart, right? It doesn't matter if it's a third party or a third party selling. It is your responsibility as Walmart. Everybody here is representing themselves as Walmart. So if you act inappropriately, Walmart's probably going to rip your nuts off at some point. And I could only imagine that the public outrage here may theoretically have gotten the Pokemon Company to say something to Walmart, WTF, we got to fix this because the optics of this are absolutely horrendous. Now, the everyday person doesn't know any of this stuff, but they do see that there's a $204 price on here. And the MSRP is 161, and most boxes traditionally have, well, in the last couple of years, haven't sold for anywhere close to this pricing. So, anyway, that being said, let's move on to the next point. And this kind of all dovetails. So I did a video on the Super Premium Collection. And the Super Premium Collection, everybody thought was going to come out, I believe, last Wednesday, because that's generally when, apparently, I don't know for sure, I don't pay that much attention. Apparently when when Walmart drops new items. So I did a video on this, and the price was basically memeing everybody. So you had 420, 69.69. Yeah, if it's Walmart, it's kind of amusing. But I had a lot of comments in my video where it was a third party. And again, if you're a third party and you're messing with Walmart's reputation, chances are they're going to get fed up and rip your nuts off. So let's go to the comments on the video. I just assumed it was Walmart. So here you go. Didn't even get trolled by Walmart. Got trolled by some random third party who thinks they're Walmart. Let's see. Here's one. Wasn't Walmart. It was a third party. And I believe there's one in here where somebody said it was Flipside Gaming. Flipside Gaming is a pretty sizable, they're huge. Reseller. They tend to sell, here it is. They tend to sell really cheap. So here you go. Third party Flipside Gaming. Flipside's my favorite, blah, blah, blah. Let's see. So anyway, that being said, so it looks like Flipside Gaming, at least by 3 people here, may or may not have been the party doing this. So let's go back and let's look at this. So now you look at the new price is $340 or $234.99, and it's by Flipside Gaming. So the Pokemon Company potentially had Walmart remove a bad actor. And then we have another bad actor here who was, I thought it was funny. But, if a kid's looking at that, it's a little bit inappropriate. And if you're a third-party seller and you're trying to sell on Walmart's website, I probably wouldn't tempt fate. If I was Walmart, I'd probably take a look at it and probably rip your balls off. But, again, that's a different conversation. So the moral of the story here is Walmart magically, mysteriously gave everybody a disc or a refund for what they charged over $5 above MSRP. And in addition, we have GT Holdings completely removed from the face of Walmart. So perhaps it's just a short-term cooling off, like, let people put the torches and pitchforks away. Perhaps it's something a little bit more longer term. So remains to be seen, but I thought it was super fascinating. So, figured I'd make the video on it. So anyway, guys, subscribe to the channel, like the video, join the Discord, and we'll talk soon.